Hey gang, it's Bailey. Welcome back. So in our last video, we talked a little bit about not starting a magazine during a recession. So I thought, let's try it out and see what happens. So when I made the video last time, I was thinking, just kind of looking at my experience. I've launched a lot of magazines. I've seen some fail due to various reasons. The biggest reason why a magazine would fail during a recession is because you don't have the advertisers that you need. A lot of the advertisers are going to be kind of hurting for cash, and they are not going to want to spend it on a magazine first, typically. So, especially not a startup one. And so I thought, you know what, there is a possibility that may not be 100% accurate. So I decided to find out. So what we're doing right now with Pyramid Publishing is we've decided to start a magazine just for y'all, just so we can see if it can be done in a recession. And while I'm starting this magazine, we're gonna document all of our steps. We're gonna show you all of the information so you can see how we're doing with the magazine during the process. Now, we intend to go through this process from now until the end of the year. And if it works, we'll have another magazine to add into the group. And then if it doesn't work, we're gonna talk about that too. But this will give you a good foundation of how a magazine gets started, period, how I start magazines in particular, and if it'll work in a recession or not. So let's get started. So the first thing you need to do is you're gonna have to find a printer. Now, I know that in most of my videos, I start talking about finding advertisers and all this kind of stuff first, but if we're gonna start in a recession, we have to be able to demonstrate more than anything else. And so let me give you a small timeline to work with. So let's say we have a month, okay? Let's just start it June 1st, and then we'll go until July 1st. So here's how your timeline should break down. So in the first week of June, what you're going to need to do is you're gonna need to start printer shopping. Now, I'm shopping right now for a new printer in China. Now, mind you, I already have the printers that I already use, and I'm looking for new ones just so we can have this conversation. But I'm gonna show you some of the quotes that I've gotten from other printers. I'm gonna show you some of the things that they've given me, some of the information that I have, and then we're gonna just kind of go from there. But the first thing is, if we start shopping for printers, it will take you about a week to settle on a printer that you really, really like. As you're shopping for your printer, you're also gonna wanna shop for a writer, a graphic designer, and a web developer. Now, I want you to know this, and I hope you're sitting down. We're gonna do this for less than $500. Yes, I know, starting a magazine with less than $500. I feel like that's the best way to do this, because if you start spending the tens and thousands of dollars that it would normally take to start a magazine, you could potentially end up in a very tight financial situation. So $500, I'm not going to spend any more money than that to launch this magazine. Now, if for some reason it looks like we're gonna go down that path, I'm gonna try my absolute best to make sure that we don't. And so we might go without some things just in case, but I'm just prepping you for all that right now. So the first thing we're gonna do, find a printer, step 1. Step 2, we're gonna find a writer. Step 3, a graphic designer. Step 4, a web developer. Okay, so the reason why you need these people. So the writer is gonna write articles for your magazine. We need about 10 to 15 articles, and I'm gonna suggest you go on like Upwork or one of the websites like Upwork. Maybe you might know somebody. Heck, you can probably put a post up on Facebook right now and ask somebody if they'll write for you, and maybe pay them $10 an article, $15 an article, even $20 an article, and have them write content for your magazine. You're gonna need content because of what we're going to do next. You're gonna have your graphic designer make you a sample magazine. So the sample magazine, you want it to be at least 64 pages so it can be perfect bound. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the content that the writer has written, have your graphic designer pull some free stock photos from one of the free stock photo websites, and they're gonna build you a magazine. Once your magazine is designed, we're gonna send it to the printer that you've been working with. I'm coming back to the printer, don't worry. We're gonna send the magazine to the printer that you've been working with, and then they're gonna print you some sample copies. You're gonna take those sample copies into advertisers and show them how good your magazine looks. Now, during this process, you gotta have the web developer, right? So while your magazine is printing, you're gonna hire a web developer on Fiverr or freelancer.com or Upwork or one of the other websites, and they're gonna build you a basic website that looks really, really good. So, of course, I'm gonna build a basic website that looks really, really good that you can go to and look at. We'll include all of this stuff in the comments. Now, once we have this website, we're gonna put the magazine that our graphic designer made onto the website. So that way people can see the digital version of the magazine. Now, I'm also gonna include some links that'll take you to some free publishing software as well, so that way you can use that to show your magazine online. So I'm gonna throw a whole bunch of information at you, so just kind of bear with me, and I'm gonna do this a little bit at a time. So I think the best way for me to do it is just to break it into multiple videos. I'm gonna make a video for the type of content you need for your writer. I'm gonna make a video for what kind of things you should look for with your graphic designer, a video for the web developer, and a video for the printer. So that's kind of the timeline, and we're gonna do this all in the course of the first month, which would be June in this case. So, well, I guess let's get started. Watch the next video, and then we'll just go from there.